Hey Nargles, what I want to talk about is PPD, Post-Potter Depression. And I have a picture which says Post-Potter Depression, of course, none. A form of clinical depression which can affect people across the world after publication release of the final Harry Potter books and movie. How have we could cope with after this entire year? Really serious. How? Seriously, how? Please, I want to know. How have you been doing? I personally haven't been doing pretty good. This is a true story. Right after me and my family have been in the cinema and watching Deathly Hallows Part 2, when we went out, I started to cry. Just like that. And my parents went like, "Ah!" And my sister, she just looked at me. And they asked me, "What are you crying out for?" And I just went, "Don't you get it? It's over." And, well, I could have started singing Roy Orbison's It's Over. Fit. But after, 2 days after, in school, this is a true story, and I am not proud of it, but when we talk about it, it's actually pretty fun. We were having Danish, and, well, this was after that we had discovered that I have epilepsy, so they weren't noticing it. But, well, I just sat glad when suddenly my teacher come over to me, and he goes, "Is something wrong?" I give him the killer look, and he just thinks that I'm having a fit. But no, I am in trauma. I have PPD. He don't get it. Then, of course,
Louis, what's wrong? Are you okay? Louis, are you... Don't you get it? The Potter era is over!
go all crazy. Moving right along. Well, for that, I have now divided our class into me, some others, and a bunch of others there. Divided as for the named as the cool guys. But please, am I the only one who have done that? But anyway, yesterday, me and my mom were in this bookstore that is actually the only reason why I am in town. And I saw these J.K. Rowling books, of course, and I went all. So I just sat down and starting to stare at them. Well, not only stare at them, I literally mumbled at them. Oops. So all the other people around me, they started to look at me like, who is that freak? And when I noticed it, some of the workers there, they were started to go over to me, like, like I was some kind of animal. I just stood up and completely sprinted over to my mom, who was buying some present or something. I don't know what she was doing because I had been so obsessed with the books. How? But, well, then they saw that I was with someone else and they just walked away. My mom, she was like, "How are you? What are you doing?" "Nothing." Well, we went out and I was like, "Hey, wait, Mom, I forgot something." And she was like, "Oh, dear God." And we went inside again. Then I started to see at some books again, and they literally have the coolest books. They have Quidditch through history and magical beast and where to be found. What? I want them so badly. Only thing is that I got no money. Well, alright, I got pretty much money, but they aren't to be bought at books. They are to be bought at something else. Means my mum. Anyway, I want to know, what have you done to cope through this last year with PPD? Please leave a video response or comment. But if we go 17 years back, what did happen? What did happen? The Queen. She goes into this little cafe in Edinburgh and sat down, starting to write, after she had been on a train to King's Cross, where all the characters and nearly all the histories were starting to take place in her head. Thank God for her. Thank God for someone who did actually have a brain. Well, she starts right there, sits there, comes there every day with her little child. And after some years, the book is finally written, finished. Then starts the hard work to find someone who actually wants to publish it. It takes a long time. Long time. Really long time. Then, I mean, how do you think the first publishers feel now? Haha! Then, finally, in 1997, the first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, gets published. Bang! The start of a golden era of 14 years. And yes, it's 14 years. Don't you notice that? It says 10 years, but it's only because they've encountered it from films and stuff that came out from 2009. What the fuck am I saying? It's only because it came out from 2001 and stopped 2011. If we look at it with the books, then it's 14 years. Potterheads, please. I'm sorry for that. Then, I mean, how can they karate chop it? How can something so brilliant and fantastic just stop? Please, I need someone to tell me that. I mean, you know, we all knew that some point it had to stop, but I personally remember when I got the 7th book, I was happy, of course, but I also knew that it was the end. It was the end. And when I nearly turned the last pages, and that was pretty scary. Really. You know, when you just have followed something with your entire life, it's always been there. It's scary, don't you think? But, well, there were always the films to look forward to, but it's not the same. It's not the same when they're on the books to follow, but well, yeah. Then this last film, that was even more scary. To walk in, yeah, that was amazing. You know, there was just some atmosphere. But when you walked out, it was like your brain had been sucked. You didn't have any. Oh God. Yeah, I think this could be 10 minutes longer, just to just so I could talk about how it felt, and that sounded wrong, but just how it felt and what we miss and how we could cope and how do we survive and all that. But I'm gonna end this now. Please, I have one thing. If you enjoy this and if you want to talk about more, leave a comment below or share it or subscribe to my channel.